Hey y'all, it's Zoe and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm with my friend Maud and we are going to be talking about the adoption organization that we founded at our school. It is called Worcester Adoptee Student Union, also known as WASU or Worcester Adoptees. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Maud, as Zoe said. I was adopted from China at 11 months old and I grew up in Pennsylvania.
So I guess we should have written down like prompts or a Q&A or something. But I guess like we could start with how we met. I was a research assistant for one of my professors sophomore year, and I had to do an interview for her, and we were interviewing some adoptees on campus, and we interviewed Maud, and that's how we started connecting with each other. And then I guess in terms of like the organization, just like you said earlier today, we just had an interview about this with our school, but we both kind of had like the idea independently, and then we were just like, yo, what if we did this?
We're hoping that as WASU develops, it'll kind of have 3 missions. The first mission would obviously to be a support group for adoptees. Because we have such a unique experience, it's really important to have a community to talk about that. The second part would be to be an advocacy and education group for the outer community, because as much as we can talk amongst ourselves, we feel that real change won't happen unless we can educate people on our experiences so that they can help raise our voices. And then we also hope to start connecting with the foster and adoption agencies in our local area by our school and volunteer with them.
So now I guess we'll just go into like our individual reasons why. So if you've been watching like my adoption videos or like following me with the NAAM adoption account, you know that I talk about adoption a lot. And as I've entered into college and also gone through like COVID, racism, it's like that part of me has very much been affected by all of that. And I guess being on a college campus, like away from home and away from my friends, because most of my adoptee friends stayed in Texas, it's been hard for me to like find that support group in person. Obviously there's a lot of online support groups like Subtle Asian Adoptee Traits and China Children International and things like that, but when you're in such a small place in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest, it's very hard to find that support group. So that was one of my reasons, is just finding people who have commonalities. And something I say a lot that I actually got from my LGBTQ plus video I did over the summer was that one of the adoptees in the video said that being adopted is very much an inward identity. It's not something that's very presentable. So I can't just like go up and be like, hey, you should join this club because you're adopted. Like I can't just do that. Obviously, like, you know, if it's like a BIPOC org or like something like that, it's easier to kind of get people to join. So I don't know, I just wanted to find like a space for people who always feel like an outsider or feel in between 2 different ethnicities, or who grew up not having a lot of support and resources, to have that place on campus. And kind of going back to what I said about like COVID, racism, that very much affected me a lot, and having that support group was good. So yeah, that's kind of like my reasons.
I would say my reasons are very similar to Zoe. I guess I can kind of give a personal antidote to this as well. I grew up in a very white rural community, so I was always labeled as the Chinese girl. And then I came to college where we have a large international student population, and I was actually like called to my face that I was an American, and I was like, whoa, that has never happened before. So I kind of went into this spiral of like, who am I? Who do people see me as? And it was really hard to talk about that because I personally didn't know any adoptees at Worcester at the time. And it's like I can talk to other Asian Americans or other Chinese people, but they don't really have that full identity. So as I said before, we do have such a unique experience, and I think it's important to have that community to talk about it, because our identity does affect how we perceive like current events, how we have our opinions, and how we view things now.
Yeah, and it's hard to find, like, even if we go to other Chinese domestic students or like Asian domestic students, like they just can't relate on the same level. Like, you really can only talk to other adoptees. Like, even our parents don't really understand what we're going through unless they're adopted themselves, which my mom's not. So like there's a limit to how much we can talk about together, and it's just, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like therapy. It's not really like, well, none of us are therapists, but it's very similar to like a support group kind of thing. So yeah. Our first meeting is tomorrow. So today's Monday and our first meeting is tomorrow, and we're really excited. We're looking forward to it. We're going to be like introducing the organization and talking about National Adoption Awareness Month. We have a great board of adoptees, and we're always looking to grow the organization. So if any of you are watching and you go to the College of Worcester, or you want to come to the College of Worcester and you're an adoptee, please come. We're both seniors, so we're hoping that when we come back in a few years, we will see the org thrive. Yeah, and we also have program houses on campus, and we thought it would be cool if maybe one day we'll get like a program house that does like community service hours and was just like a house full of adoptees. I think that would be really cool. You can go follow us on Instagram at Worcester Adoptees, and if you have any questions for us, you can leave a comment down below and we'll answer them, or you can DM our Instagram account. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.